Welcome to another morning chat, morning coffee chat with me, Darren Keenan. So today I want to talk about us British people. We are a nation of people who like to moan about the weather, about the cold, about the heat, about things, about, we're just a nation of moaners really, that's all we are. I mean, you see, I moan a lot about the heat, and a lot of people do, I'm a Leo, I should be a person who loves the sunshine, who loves the heat, but I don't. Example, yesterday, this isn't the moaning, I just want a bit more about me, you know what I mean? And don't forget, subscribe. I made that in about 2 minutes on Canva, The past few days we've had a bit of a heat wave. I mean, there's more to come, so it's not the end. And after that, you get a lot of humidity, a lot of air pressure, and me, that triggers migraines. And yesterday I had the biggest migraine. When I get migraines, I don't get the shooting pain. I get the numb feeling and a build up of yellow spots. When you look at the sun and look away, you see that yellow spot. I get a build up of yellow, and it builds up until all I can see is yellow, and I can't read anything or do anything. I've got to actually close my eyes for 10 minutes and, I'm okay then. Well, after that, you get the horrible, numb, aching, strange pain in your head, which is completely weird, unreal, But I don't get the stabbing pains, I just get the discomfort, I'm lucky that way. And also, yesterday I had a build-up of pressure. I mean, my tinnitus was so loud, and my blood pressure I felt like I was going to nosebleed every few minutes. That's how it affects me. And another thing that affects me as well with migraines is if I see the sun glaring off a car window in my face for more than a minute, I get a migraine, just the way I am really. I mean, it's just the way I've always had that. It's not just a regular thing. That's why I don't like the sunshine too much, you know what I mean? It can get a bit pressury, you know what I mean? Under pressure. And we're heading to another little heat wave, and then they're on about towards end of July and August we're going to get 40-degree heats, which to me is a big no-no. The British infrastructure, let's just get into this, shall we? The British infrastructure is not meant for this. We normally get 24-25 degrees as our summer. We don't have air conditioning in buildings. We do have them in cars and some newer buses and newer buildings, but we haven't got the infrastructure that way for us to deal with, to control it. That's why we moan a lot, you know what I mean? When our railway lines buckle with the heat, they're not built to withstand the heat, that much heat. And when the roads start to go a bit weird, they're not built for this infrastructure, you know what I mean? That's why it was British moan about it, not because it's hot. Well, I know, but I know that Australians and stuff laugh at us a bit because of this, but they've got their life is built around heat, so they don't mind, so they're used to it. But the other day when I was out in Kersney Abbey, that was a hot day, but the breeze was perfect. See, if I have a breeze, I'm okay. I can go out in the sun. I'm happy with a gentle breeze, a cool breeze, cold breeze. Not as long as it's not a warm, hot breeze, because without the breeze, I get snappy. I get a bit kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because I can't control. Me, I'm a winter person. See, with the cold, you can control it by putting clothes on. More clothes on, you get any warm up, naturally warm up. In the heat, you can't put more clothes on to get cold. You can't sit in the refrigerator, Heat, I've got no control over the heat. You get your fan, yeah, but then it starts blowing warm air after a while, But the cold, you can control it. You can warm yourself up. You can feel snug and warm and cosy, in winter. But in summer, you know, the heat is not comfortable. It's not, you know. Yeah, that's why, one of the reasons why I hate the heat. 24, yeah. 25, yeah. 27 and over, no, you know, no. And I'm one of the people, before a storm, I can get headaches and migraines and that kind of stuff. I can't. I'm an early warning system for storms, because I can tell, you know, the pressure. But yeah. I did plan on recording this, you know. Google keep notes. Within 5 minutes I've said it all. So there you go, you see. So what you're, I mean, 99% of you Americans anyway, you don't mind the heat because you're used to the heat. So, you know, yeah. I think as I get older, I appreciate it more. I mean, I appreciate the sunshine. I appreciate how good it is for your body, for the earth, and for the trees and the plants and stuff. Yeah, I fully understand. But I'm a believer that us humans are not meant to be in this climate anyway, kind of thing, you know what I mean? You know, the climate's changed, everything's changed. So yeah. Anyway, that's it really for this morning coffee chat. I've been watching lots of YouTube videos, people saying change your camera angle, this kind of, after a few minutes move the camera somewhere else and film a different angle. So I'm going to try and start incorporating that. I've got the clamp, I've got other things I can quickly attach the camera to, so I'll give that a go next morning coffee chat. Set a few things up around my desk, and then just keep plonking at different areas, just different angles. So I'm going to try that next time and see if it keeps your attention, you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm going to leave you to it, and as always, I shall see you in the next one. Be safe, and don't do anything I wouldn't do, you know.